Welcome to this episode of In the Grove. I'm Jeff Franke. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm at the Elk Grove Public Library. Did you know the library has a 3D printer? We're going to be looking at that and some other exciting things happening here. So we'll be right back after this.
Thanks for buying a fishing license.
What the?
I know, but listen. I want you to picture all of the great things this simple purchase does. Like building public boat ramps, keeping local waters clean so families can fish and swim, and maintaining a healthy fish population.
What's Mom doing?
It also provides fishing education and activities for the kids, and funds long-term plans to protect our lakes and streams.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Did he?
When you buy a fishing license, you do a lot. Because every dollar from a license purchase protects and maintains your local waterways for future generations to enjoy. Learn more at takemefishing.org.
Welcome back. We're here at the Elk Grove Library. I'm talking here with Lizzie Klinert. She's the head of adult services for the library. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. Yeah.
How long have you been doing this job?
I have been here at the Elk Grove Public Library for about 4 months, so I'm very new. Before that, I was with the Naperville Public Library and the Barrington Area Library as well.
So it's not your first library.
No, yeah. I have about 10, 11 years experience in
good,
libraries.
good. Well, we're here today and you're going to show us around the library, and we're starting off with all the meeting space that we have here that's available to the public. So what about where we're at now? We're in the larger conference room, or what you would call the meeting room?
Yes, exactly right. We're in the large meeting room. We have recently renovated this, so now it can be split into 3 spaces.
Okay.
We've added a hearing loop, so for our patrons who have hearing aids, they can tap into that and hear our programs better. And we've also added a kitchen just for everyone's convenience.
Okay. Now, is this still like rented out to associations and other people that want to have some kind of meeting? The public can come in and rent these rooms out. Is that correct? The whole thing, or just even small spaces?
That's exactly right. They can choose the whole space, or they can choose one of the 3 spaces.
Okay.
It's free for our Elk Grove Village card holders. If you bring in food, there's a $25 fee just for cleanup.
And then does somebody have to test that food? Like, can I do that? No. We'll see. I'm always hungry, but
We can hire you on.
hey, this is a great size room, and it's very versatile, so it's very nice. Are there other rooms then also in the building?
Yeah, I'd be happy to show you. We've added on some small group study rooms as well. So for our patrons who aren't necessarily in big associations, but just want to come for a small study or a small group meeting. And then I'd like to also take you to our Elk Lab, which is our makerspace.
Oh, great. Well, I look forward to it. Let's go check it out. All right, now we are in one of the 3 new conference rooms that residents can come in and reserve. They can reserve, if nobody's using them when they come in, obviously they can put down time, but can they reserve ahead of time?
Yes, they can. They can reserve up to 2 weeks in advance for a 3-hour block of time.
Okay, and there's 3 conference rooms, is this correct? So what's available in these conference rooms?
Yes, each of the rooms has a different seating and layout option. So depending on if your meeting is casual or more formal, we probably have an option for you. They seat anywhere from 4 to 8 people. Every one of our rooms has hookups in the table, so you can hook your laptop up and project it on the screen.
Okay.
This room is extra special because we also have our whiteboard feature here. So this one, you can actually write on the board, and it'll show up.
Oh boy.
Just with your finger. So you can see how this would be handy for group studying, maybe especially math, or working on group presentations together.
Wow, that's very nice. I mean, now just this room can do that, right?
Yes, just this room.
Now, these rooms weren't always here, is that correct?
Correct, yeah. These are new as of last year.
Okay.
We used to have just one conference room in a different location, and it was just booked all the time. So we needed something more for our patrons, and we actually built these study rooms on. So we created space for them, and they've just seen heavy use ever since.
Wow. It's like high-tech stuff.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. Well, these conference rooms are great. I would say let's see what else we've got.
Sure.
All right, Lizzie, where are we now? It's not like really a library. Where are we?
So right now we're in the Elk Lab. This is our maker space.
Okay.
This was also built in May or spring of 2018. And the reason we built this room is because literacy is changing.
Sure.
It's no longer just about reading in books, there's also digital literacy. These are some of the technologies that our high school has. So we want our older adults to know what it's about. We want
gotcha.
our younger patrons to have just a taste of it before they get to high school.
Sure.
So we built this room.
Well, what are some of the things you can make here?
Oh my gosh, there's so much you can make here.
Okay.
I have some examples on the table.
Okay.
You can do heat transfer on t-shirts. So if you have like one thing to make, this is a great option. If you want to make a bunch of t-shirts, you could even make some screen printers right here in the lab.
Right here in the lab.
Yeah. That machine also, you can do decals, stickers. Everything is super customizable.
Okay.
You know, one-of-a-kind stuff you can do here.
Wow.
We also have a laser cutter, so you can etch on wood or plastics. And again, super customizable, one-of-a-kind products that you can make.
Cool.
Similarly, we have a milling machine. So this machine can cut wood, but it can also just do like one small layer off the top. So you can kind of create some interesting designs there. And finally, we have 3D printers. So you can make some 3D printed products. This one's always a highlight for me.
Oh my goodness.
It's 3D printed fabric. So I don't know if you want to hold it.
That is crazy.
Isn't that cool?
And this is made off of these
Exactly
printers.
right. Yeah.
You know, when they say printers, you know, I'm thinking of copies. You know,
Yes.
I'm making a copy of this piece of paper, but
Right.
this is unbelievable, this castle.
Yeah. And there's some great basic softwares out there, so anyone can get started designing a 3D object and then actually print it here.
Wow. This is some great stuff. All right, next question. How does it get made?
Yes. So we can take a look at our machines if you'd like.
Oh, sure do. Yeah.
This is the laser cutter. So this machine created that beautiful wood cut engraving of the village map.
Oh, okay.
And you can kind of smell like some burnt wood here. It's my favorite
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
actually, to
Yeah,
smell.
you
'Cause
do.
it really does just burn the wood, burn little layers off the wood. So this is a super cool machine. This isn't something that, you know, your normal person can have in their house.
Right.
So to be able to use it at the library is really special. All of our t-shirts, the heat transfer, as well as the screen printing things were made on this. It's just a Cricut. This is pretty accessible. A lot of people have these in their homes, but in case you don't, you can come to the library and use it. You can also make stickers. You can make very intricate paper cuts, invitations or anything with paper on this as well. This is my personal favorite.
Now I can put a T-shirt in there? No, you make the print. And then,
Exactly.
okay, and then you like iron or press it on. Is that correct?
Exactly
Okay.
right,
I was
yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah, if only.
If only you could
Easy.
do it. Exactly.
And finally, here is our milling machine.
Okay.
It's called a Carvey. So this is the one that made that the cutting board. So you can
I
kind of
gotcha.
carve interesting designs on cutting boards, etc. This one, it's actually a drill bit, and you tell the drill exactly what to do, how far to go, cut all the way through, or just kind of take some layers off the top.
It's all a computer program. It just,
Exactly right.
It follows whatever you've created in print
Yes.
and will make it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So if you are interested in using any of this material, we have classes all month long. We also have open labs with an expert here in-house every Wednesday and Saturday. So you can drop by if you have a specific project or you just want a general overview. Everything is available on our website, on our calendar.
Now, say I wanted to do the board, I think it was the Nelson family.
Yeah.
I can't just walk in there and put a board in there and start doing things, right? Is there training that has to come with this, or a class of some type you have to do it in?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have both options.
Okay.
We have classes for all of our types of materials over there, and they're run monthly. So chances are you can get a class around the time you're interested in.
Okay.
But if there's something different, or if you need more help, or you have extra questions, open shop would be a really good time to come in. We have a librarian in-house. His name is Rob. He's excellent. He made all of those things.
Okay.
And he's just here to help people. Every Wednesday, I think, from 1 to 9, and Saturdays from 9 to 1.
Okay, and all this information's in your newsletter you send
Yeah.
out and on the website and all that. which hopefully people will read the newsletters.
Yes.
But I know we send a lot of them out, but that this is phenomenal. I mean, I don't picture it with a library, but that's what's so great about thinking outside the box, kind of,
Absolutely.
and doing it. But
Yeah.
these things are fantastic, and it's the future.
It is.
So, I mean, this is and it's also for older adults too, to be able to do
Absolutely.
like a hobby of some type or something.
Absolutely. A lot of retired engineers come
Yeah.
in because they want something else to do. And I always tell people, even in my insurance email newsletter, they talk about 3D printing things all the time, like 3D printing, you know, leg for a cute little duck. And so people hear these words, and it's important for us that they can see it in action,
Yes.
they can touch it, they can learn how to do it themselves too.
Some of this stuff is so high tech, it's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
right here in Elk Grove.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
great. Lizzie, this room is phenomenal. It's called the Elk Lab, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
It's so much new technology. I really am astonished by how much somebody can come in just off of an Elk Grove Village resident and make here. This is great. Thank you so much for showing us the different conference rooms and the different things that are available to the residents. This is great. What else is there to do?
Yes, thank you for coming. I really enjoyed it. There's even more. So I showed you some technology you can use here in the library, and now Nancy is going to show you some technology you can take home with you.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for taking us around. I appreciate your time.
Anytime.
Neuroblastoma, immunotherapy,
Lymphoblastic,
dexamethasone, ALL or acute lymphoblastic leukemia,
methotrexate, doxorubicin, vincristine.
Do the kids in your grade know these words?
I don't know if any of them know these words. I don't think.
Why do you?
Because I survived cancer.
Okay, I'm here with Nancy Broughton Munson. You're with the library. What do you do for the library?
I'm the Marketing and Outreach Librarian in Adult Services.
Okay, and we were just going through the library with Lizzie, and she was showing us all the new things that are available here, the conference rooms, the Elk Lab. What else is available to the residents that is here that they don't know about, really?
Yeah, a lot of people would be surprised to know that we're not just about books and movies. We have a lot of other devices and tech items that people can check out to bring home and try out. So, I'll start with actually the one that's not the tech item because it's a Bussy Woods backpack.
Oh.
And that's a backpack that contains everything you need to go have a great adventure out in Bussy Woods.
Really?
So it has a pair of binoculars, Bushnell binoculars, and then some guidebooks for birds and trees, wildflowers, and plants and trees.
So you have a Frisbee there.
Even comes with an Elk Grove Library Frisbee and some maps for the trails and
Really?
other things that are you can check out in the Bussy Woods. So it's just our way of kind of encouraging people to get out there and enjoy this great resource
That is a great idea.
that we have right in our own backyard. That was from an idea from Colorado Public State Libraries,
Okay.
where they send people off into the mountains. Well, we have Bussy Woods, so
Is there a GPS in that just in case somebody
There's
gets
not.
lost?
there's not, but there's a trail map. So
Okay.
okay, so and then let's go into some of the tech things that we have. So one of the great things we have, if you are interested in all the movies and TV shows you can get
Internet.
at home, would be a Roku streaming stick. So if you have a right kind of TV, like a TV that has a HDMI port and
Right.
you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can check out one of the 20 Rokus that we have available. And the Roku, you would just plug that into your TV, and it comes already with Netflix and Hulu paid for.
Really?
So you can check that out for 2 weeks and enjoy Netflix and Netflix and Hulu for a couple of weeks
Really?
with your Elk Grove library card.
Now, I know that you can go out on the internet with that too, I believe, or?
These, if you bought your own Roku, then you could download some additional apps.
Oh, okay.
Our library Roku only comes with Netflix and Hulu apps. So you have to stick with those two. But it's a good way to test it out to decide if you want to buy one for yourself.
Well, I was just going to plug because the EGTV app is actually on Roku.
Right.
So,
Yes.
if you want to watch this show over and over again, you can get this and do it, but not with this one.
Actually, I did give this a try, and then I decided to buy one myself. And I do have the Elk Grove TV app on my Roku at home now.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
another item we have available is a GoPro camera. We have 2 of these, actually. And this comes, I just opened it the wrong way. But this comes with a GoPro camera as well as a tripod. And that's basically all that is in here. There is, it comes with the battery pack and everything. So if you want to do some outdoor adventuring or you're filming a podcast or something, if you want to, use the GoPro, if that's going to help you, you can check out a GoPro. We have 2 of these. They check out for 2 weeks also.
Wow, 2 weeks at a time.
Yes. An iPad. We have lots of iPads. We have, let me check my chart here. We have 15 iPads available to check out. And this, you can check this out and bring it home. If you want to stream we have apps here through the library, Hoopla and RB Digital. You can stream movies and TV shows through that. You can look at our digital magazines, or you can do whatever you want on the iPad at home. So
15 of them, is that right?
Yeah, we have 15 of these, and they also check out for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is kind of the magic number.
Yeah.
And then we have these. This is a Mophie, and a Mophie is like a mobile power portable charger. So if you're going to be somewhere and want to have an extra
I had to use that today.
Right. Charger for your phone or whatever, you can check out one of these. Another item we have are Surface Pro. They're laptops, but they can also be turned into a tablet as well.
Oh wow.
We have we have just 4 of these. I shouldn't say just 4. We have 4, and they check out for 2 weeks. And you can, if you have some work to do at home, or if you want to, I think it's always a great way to test drive a piece of equipment
if you want to
before
buy
you're
one,
going to buy one.
Sure.
And this works like a laptop too, so you can just, set it on your desktop, and they're pretty slick and handy. Another item, we have a lot of Kindles, and these are Kindle e-readers, and they're another way to check out great books. So they're all ebooks. Each Kindle comes with dozens, like literally dozens of books on it. So this is the Kindle for nonfiction. So there's about, I'm guessing, like 30 titles on this Kindle. And we preload them with the books, so all you have to do is check it out and then read them at home.
Can someone come to you and say, I want certain books on there? Would you put them on, or is it already just ones you've already picked out will be on there?
So they come preloaded with books that we've selected. If you want to make a suggestion, you can absolutely do that. And then we can, it wouldn't be an immediate thing, but we could get it on there for the next time possibly. Okay. So we have this in the on a bunch of different categories. So you could check out a nonfiction Kindle. You could check out one that has all the popular series on it, like Janet Ivanovich. You could check out books for the college bound. So literally like 100 books I think are on that one, that have books that every student heading off to college should try to read. So a lot of good classics, but a lot of other really good popular stuff. So those come like in a bag like this. So you would check those out at the circulation desk and just let them know which one you want. If any of these items are checked out already, you can reserve it for the next time.
Okay, so there's a waiting list you can put on.
Yeah. One thing, I don't have everything here. I don't have our mobile hotspot. So if you're going out camping or heading out somewhere where you don't have access to Wi-Fi, you can check out your own mobile hotspot.
Really?
And then you have access to the internet that way. So
Well,
we
you
have
might want to put that in the Bussy
in
Woods
your Bussy
backpack.
Woods pack. Yeah, we have 25 of those.
Okay.
So some of these are, once people learn about them, they get kind of popular, and they'll be all checked out, or you can go on hold. But I know we have a lot of them sitting on the shelf right now, so come on in and check one out.
Now, to check these out, do you check them all out at one spot? All these electronics?
Yes.
And that was at what desk?
At the circulation desk, our
Okay.
front desk, right when you come into the library.
When you first walk in? Okay, so
Yeah.
if you want any of these, you go
Yeah.
to that area.
One important thing about all these materials is that you do have to have an Elk Grove Village Library card.
That was my
So
next question. And
Yeah.
is that all you need to have? Is to show your library card?
That is all that you need to have to check out these items.
Wow.
Yes. So we have lots of patrons here from other towns who, we have that great thing about our library that people come from other towns to use it.
Sure.
So we're really glad about that. But these items are reserved just for Elk Grove card holders.
Right. Well, anybody can come in the library and read a book or do all that, but to check
Absolutely.
them out, you need to be a resident or be part of the library district, correct?
Right. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of just to
Well,
give
that,
you an
that
idea.
hits it right on the head. I didn't know they had that at the library. I think all today is, I've said that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable with some of the things you have here.
Yeah.
And just over the last, 2-3 years, how much it's changed.
So-
This is great stuff.
Well, we hope people will come in and give it a try and try something new. And if they have something that they wish that we have, let us know. Maybe we'll get it in the future. So
Okay. Well, if they do, they just stop at the front desk and recommend
yeah,
something?
or come and talk to us at the adult reference desk.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, Nancy, thank you so much. This is phenomenal stuff. I'm probably going to rent or check out about
Yeah.
3 or 4 of these items. So,
Great.
well, thank you again for the
Thank
time.
you. Thanks for coming
Appreciate it.
in.
All right, we're back here in the Elk Lab. I'm here with Makerspace Coordinator Rob. Hi, Rob. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
It's good to be here today. How did you become the Makerspace Coordinator here at the library?
I was a librarian for 10 years before this. For a couple of years, I was working in CPL's Makerspace in the city, and I helped launch that for the first 2 years along with a bunch of great people. And I got the job out here, saw this was available, and I couldn't believe that a job like this actually existed so close to home.
Yeah. Do you live in the area, northwest suburb?
I still live in the city.
Okay.
For now.
Well, that's good. It's close. I understand. Well, I'm watching it right now. We have a 3D printer running.
We
Can
sure
you
do.
Explain what's going on?
So this is a 3D model that I designed of the EGTB logo, and we prepared it for the 3D printer, and what's happening right now is that it's taking plastic from this spool here and melting it inside this extruder here, and then it's squeezing out a very thin stream, drawing each layer on top of the last one as it moves up from the bottom of the plate.
So layer by layer, it just keeps adding and adding and adding.
Sure.
Is that right? Now that obviously the detail is unbelievable, or something
Sure
can
is.
do that. Are there all sizes of different things you can make, or?
Oh yeah, you can do. This thing has a build volume that's about 2 gallons. That would take you a couple of days to fill if you were doing. But most of the things that we do here are pretty small, and you can finish in a few hours.
Wow, that's now. How long has it been taking? I know we started this to refinish, but how long
So
does it
this
take to
job-
make something like this?
Yeah, this job ran about an hour and a half, about an hour and 45 minutes, and we've got about 3 minutes to go on it here.
Okay, now for people to come in and that they say, I want to make something. I want to make my name. Say, I want to make a plaque of some type or whatever. Can I do that in the first place? And how do I start to do that?
Absolutely. You can come in here and take any one of our free classes.
Okay.
We can teach you a little bit of 3D design. We can teach you a little bit of making something from an idea into a 3D object and then printing it. We can also teach you things like making decals and t-shirts, learning electronics and a little bit of programming. So we try to do a little bit of everything here. But the 3D printer is always the star. People love this.
I could see it's amazing on just in the few minutes that we've had it running now on how it's been finishing the logo, and it's unbelievable on the detail.
Sure is.
Now, the classes are part of this, is that correct? I mean, you just can't walk in here and go, hey, I'm going to set up something and try to print it, right?
Well, actually you can.
Really?
We have open shop time in addition to all of our classes when you can come in, and I'm glad to help you in any way with designing something that you want to create.
Okay.
I can't promise that I can design absolutely everything, but I can usually set you on the right path.
I got you.
And you can also come into one of our classes, which are all free. If you're 3D printing something of your own during open shop time, there's a small cost for that, but we're not making any money.
Okay, well, it looks like we just finished that.
We sure did.
I can't say I can take credit for it, but that's really, really good. I mean, that's unbelievable that you can make something like that just from a design from a computer. But
that's the amazing thing about these things, Jeff. I mean, they're idea machines. They turn your idea into reality. As a matter of fact, all the little orange parts on the machine are themselves 3D printed.
Been made? Okay. This is now, we looked at a bigger one down in back earlier in the show, so it just seems that there's no limit to what you can do here in this lab.
You can do an awful lot for not a lot of money and just a few hours or days of effort, and you can create something really special. In the case of something like this, you can design something like this in about 30 minutes and print it in a couple of hours. If you want something more complex, that takes a little longer, but you can, if you can dream it, you can build it, and this thing can turn it into a real object for you.
Now, with you teaching people on how to do this, I know that in the industrial industry, actually in the foundry industry, they're making molds for castings that are huge with these 3D printers now, instead of having to make them out of, like, say, a sand casting. So I guess there's no limit, and if you want to get into design and stuff like that, this is the place to start, isn't it?
Sure, that's kind of what we're about here. We're kind of an educational and explorational space. We want people to come in here, and we're trying to help people get past the intimidation barrier, the I can't do that.
Right.
Because really with just a couple of hours of effort, you can do it. You can create something truly amazing in just a couple of hours of effort.
That's great, and it's a relaxed atmosphere, and you
It
can
sure
just
is. I try to
walk in. So, hey, just another great thing here in the library. So I appreciate the time, Rob, and I hope that a lot of people will come in here and learn on how to do this.
Well, I appreciate that, Jeff. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Lonesome? Check. Can't sleep? Check. Drink too much? Oh, yes, sir. 50 years after now, and I still can't talk to my wife and kids about this stuff.
Sir. Sir.
Huh?
I just wanted to know if you needed any help.
Help? No, I don't need any help. I just came in for a lock.
Veterans can have a hard time opening up. Visit maketheconnection.net to start the conversation.
Hey, I'd like to thank our guests today, Lizzie, Nancy, and Rob, for showing us around the library here, and everybody else at the Elk Grove Public Library. There's some great things we've got going here. We've got the conference rooms that you can use. We have this Elk Lab, which is phenomenal, where you can come in and 3D print, and also the electronics that you can check out, all different things, cameras and Rokus and who knows. I mean, it's just unbelievable of all the stuff that you can get out of our library here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on In the Grove.